Hi there, Selective, Collective, Throat Chakra. Wow. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing really good. So I have interesting energy that I'm pulling through. I've already been pulling this energy through a little bit right before this reading because I have done some study into the channel Jane Roberts. She did, I think it was in 77, they said. I hope that date's right, in 1977. But she did a channeling with this entity named Seth that had already had reincarnations and that just connected with her. My feeling with channeling is if you hold the information, then you could possibly have a different consciousness, be able to arrange with what you've got in your mind. You know, so the more knowledge and information that you learn, I feel like the more diverse of a channel you're going to end up being. So anyway, what was interesting, I got a new message coming through though, because like I said, I've listened to the part 1 audiobook. It's like on human consciousness. The part 1 is 7 hours, guys, long, 7.5 hours audiobook. And then I started listening to the other there's another channeling called Higher Dimensions. I haven't gotten all the way into that. And so that information is already in my mind, so it can be pulled and plucked and brought out to you for this collective read. A perfect platform for self-improvement when it comes to the study of your beliefs and consciousness. And how they're just so powerful. I mean, we see this with the placebo effect. Belief is almost everything, and Seth says it is everything. It is. The message that came through from this entity was, I think you need to do a reading on how you work with a belief that is ingrained. Okay, and use you as an example, Kim. So I just love this weirdness. I love it. Okay, so so this is cool, right? Because we can do affirmations. We can actually do subliminals too with the you're really trusting people when you do that. But I find a lot of good ones here on YouTube. But you can do that. You can do affirmations. You can do all these things. And slowly, I feel like, yeah, they really do help to reprogram your mindset. And that's great. But what if these beliefs that you have had are so ingrained that whatever you're doing is going to take longer and longer and longer, unless there's some type of key of working with the belief. The base belief is what I'm calling it. I didn't hear that from anywhere except for right now, of a base belief. Okay, a base belief. And they're wanting me to use me as an example of what a base belief is. This is totally new to me. So what's coming through is that for a very long time in my life, I thought the belief was about my trust in the medical system, my trust in doctors. Western medicine is what I'm going to say. That is actually the tree, is what I'm being shown is like a tree. It's not actually part of the base belief, okay? The base belief is you're in this body, you're a spirit. You find when you pop something different into your body that you get different effects. Ranging from medicine to food to water, because the evidence is clear and around you that you get effects. And that is what's coming across as a base belief is so cool to me, because then it makes sense as to why what is working for me right now is working for me versus back then when it wasn't working for me. So here's my example of taking a base belief of I put something in me, it makes and creates a change. The belief in the medical system and doctors, honestly, and for me, because your belief system is going to be totally different than mine. But for me, I was always skeptical, and I always felt more like a guinea pig or an experiment, or I felt like somebody just Googled a diagnosis number and found out how to treat me the same as everybody else. Like, I always felt that way. So shaking that belief off, real easy for me. That was super duper easy. And like, I'm getting that in your stomach, in your gut, when a belief it has a really strong hold on you, or whether it has a lighter hold on you. So that, and that's that is your consciousness streaming in and out and trying to help. All right. So okay, so the belief of what my base belief was, put something in. So what eventually happened over time was, I'm like, you know what? I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I do have a background in medical, so it does help that I do know, like, I have been able to monitor my own blood pressure, my heart rate. I do all the things that you would do for a person in a checkup, because I used to have to do checkups. So I know what to do. And so you take maybe a skill or a gift or ability that you have, and you apply it to that base belief, become self-sufficient, and see what you can do for yourself. This is about self-reliance. This is about being self-sufficient and having a strong belief that is rooted actually in you. Actually in you, no matter what it is. All beliefs end up coming back to this love that is rooted in you, something you believe in. So I was able to take different types of vitamins, and this is the really cool part though about the channeling, is that I have built a very strong belief in my life of putting something into my system, and then it creates a change. So these vitamins that I have taken, along with meditating and things like that, have actually worked marvelous for me, because my belief is rooted in myself. My confidence is rooted in myself. And I still have that belief that I like to take something. But what this entity is telling me is that, truthfully, you probably don't have to take any of that stuff to achieve the results you want. But the belief is so strong, especially in me, the belief is so strong that I really might suffer some actual consequences that I feel are negative if I don't take something, just because I already have this really strong belief that it's doing something. So have some kind of faith or belief that until it's completely rewired, which, by the way, would be a very difficult thing to do. I mean, it'd be like saying, I bet you can probably survive off sunlight. Well, you might be able to. I don't know. I'm starting to think that we could probably be as superhuman as we really wanted to. And I believe over time, like, you can transcend probably even this. But my belief is so strong in the vitamins and their power, because I'm attaching it to the root of my base knowledge and my base love, that it works marvelously for me. And I've actually turned what started to be a not so great belief system into something that did work for me. And so that's the main channel message today, is how you can go to the base belief, shake off the things that did not produce good results in your life, to the things that actually do. Breathe, right? Breathe. And that's so beautiful. What a beautiful channeling. That's the channel that I got, it's just going to be really important for you to, and the vitamins, all of that they're still ongoing, and they work marvelously for me, and they keep me away from a doctor. Thank you for years. They keep me away. So that's just one example. There's lots of other beliefs, okay? But that one's a main one, and because I'm getting that if you look at the base belief of putting something into your mouth or your system, it's pretty big, it's pretty wide, right, what that could encompass. So we're going to pull from Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, just to get some other messages. I know I probably went on a long time, 9 minutes, but... Oh, and this is where you find your buried treasure. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. So this is like, if we're going to apply it to this channeling, this is like you experiencing this beautiful first spirit with the blue, then the green with the heart chakra, and then the hay and the things up here, you know, that it represents abundance and cornucopia, having wealth, you know, definitely could be represented by having a lot of food. And then we get to the gold, and it's like you find little nuggets of gold along your path, along your journey, right? And then you find bigger amounts of gold. And then you have to go through a lot of dirt. You get to a very dark place sometimes in our life on this journey, on this spiritual path, on this journey of finding out who you are really at the core. And when you figure out who you are, you find this place of who you are at the core, taking steps through a darkness, you know, taking steps through the darkness, but you find this red rose which is blooming and blossoming, and yeah, it's the gift, it's the buried treasure. I'm getting, if you want to relate it to this channel, it's going to absolutely radically change your belief towards yourself more. And when you have that strong belief in yourself, it's like nothing's impossible for you, really. It's like almost nothing completely is impossible for you. So you'll find a buried treasure. You'll find a buried treasure on exploration of whatever this is for you. Okay. Oh, it's part of your soul's purpose. What is this? What is it? You're meant to have some kind of really big, good, like both. Okay, it's a black rose and a red rose, but this says sap of the moon plant. If you could take all of the goodness from the divine feminine energy, excuse me, which is about receiving, and it is about acquiring. Instead of forcing or going after, it's about acquiring and things coming to you. So I really feel like this is like what good things that you are attracting. It's because it's tied to the Raven's head, which is this creativity that's blooming in your life with life purpose, soul purpose, life mission. And notice the picture with the pearl. The pearl representing some type of wisdom that you hold, and it should be, maybe it not should be, but it's probably tied to your throat chakra as part of your life work or purpose, is to creatively express your wisdom, your pearl. What have you learned? What kind of wisdom have you learned that you can pass on? Is it wisdom that you can learn or pass on through a painting or a song or good management skills? You know, interpersonal skills, not the easiest. Oh my God. No, I really, like, hats off to people who are able to be working in positions, you know, where they are trying to manage a lot of other people and maintain a nice blood pressure the whole time. That's amazing to me. So I don't know, it could be anything is what I'm saying. It could be anything, but it does have to do with how you express yourself towards others. The what was I going to say? Well, I was going to say the throat chakra associates with Taurus. Taurus associates with the feminine energy. I'm just pulling together a piece of that. There's something about how you're received and then how you will be receiving. It's all something that's just very connected here with me with that in this reading. So let's pull from the Oracle of Genetic Gifts and maybe see what kind of cool metaphysical things they want to talk about here with this deck. This is an interesting deck. I love this deck. I've had it for a while and it's a little, whoa, it is a little scratched. Can't find the word. Yeah, so I hope you have a good day today. I hope you have a good day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. tarot deck creator, but it says visionary here. So you're a visionary, all right? You are a visionary. You are also a starseed. They're really wanting to use this deck pretty strong. Empathetic, psychic, healer, knows purpose. I think this is still the Seth person or entity. Entity sounds so forlorn. Forlorn. Is that the word? I don't know. It sounds like it's the entity. But I think this is a really good, sweet consciousness. Empathetic, psychic, healer, and knows purpose. See, underneath the raven's head. Meditation teacher. You're here to possibly teach, heal, wellness. Oh, for some of you all, it's going to be very important with how you communicate. For real, because I have TV, news, media. It does say spiritual purposes. You could be really, I don't know, you could be really broadcast. You know what I mean? You could be really broadcast. All right, 12, ascension number 12. Maha, Paranirvana plane, guide humanity towards a multi-star system. Look, and teach others somehow about the fact that this dark night of the soul is actually a path of initiation for people to find the hidden treasure that lies within the darkness, called the Earth's heart here in this deck. So that's something to do with path of initiation. If you're going through it, it did have it in the reverse, so you might be coming out of that energy. And now it has something to do with purpose. Telepathy. Woohoo. All right. Telepathy is popping out. It says thought reading, extrasensory perception. There we go. Now you can see them. Thought reading, extrasensory perception, ESP. Wow, underneath Starseed, you have star attunements. For high spiritual healing, activation, ascension, life mission, purpose. Okay, psychic, healer, empathetic, knows purpose, and then star attunements. Ascension, life missions. Huh. Yeah, you know. Oh, yes, you know. Paternal side, spiritual gifts, wisdom, inheritance by the father's line. I just wanted to point that out. It could be of a woman from the father's line, you know what I mean? So it could be a grandma from the father's side, or a mom or something. I don't know why I said, well, oh, I don't know why I said just grandma. Maybe the grandma here is really significant. Okay, spiritual teacher, priest or priestess. So this, it says teach, heal, wellness, and then spiritual teacher right underneath it. Both of these have the word teach in it. Okay, so there is something about, in a way, your light, your information, providing rescue to people who are experiencing this stormy time, or who are in the ocean, so to speak, in the storm, in the dark night of their soul. It could feel very, have you ever been on the sea late at night? Oh my gosh. Sometimes, especially if the waves are crazy, especially in the Pacific, if the waves are crazy and you're out there and it's just dark, pitch dark, it can be scary. And so that, especially if you're alone, can you imagine if you were alone in that situation? Well, that is why there are people like you to provide this lighthouse energy in order to, maybe like a starseed or a light worker or whatever name that you really want to call it. Goes back to your base belief too, why you feel like you are here. So there you go. Something else about that. Priest or priestess, you're here to shine the light, providing rescue in some sort of way for others in what you do, no matter what it is that you do. Blogger platform, employ spiritual services, and guide humanity towards a multi-star system. And blogger platform, or B, employ spiritual services. I have an important, I don't know if this is somebody that's still with you or if they're attached to this paternal side. If you do have a father that was born between, or somebody on the father's side that was born between 1958 to 1968, they're saying that they were an indigo child of the first generation. And that is why this card is so important for you to commemorate, remembrance, acknowledge. All right. So that's what I've got for you. I think I'm going to pull from this real quick, this little angel number message deck. And then get off here and eat. Visionary. A visionary. Maybe this person was some type of visionary too. 000 and 44. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so 000, you are one with the Creator. There are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on Earth. I am a creator. 000. And then master number 44, your angels are encouraging you to continue with your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. I am supported. And that's what I have for you, lovely Selective Collective that showed up to this reading. I do have private readings if you're interested in getting one. That's in the description box below. But until next time, sending you love and light. Bye-bye.